And we are recording. Hello and welcome. If you're watching this in playback, welcome to today's workout. We are going to be doing legs, back, and biceps today. I'm super excited. These Saturday workouts now have a new structure to them, and each workout is going to have a theme, and we're going to be working on specific body parts. Please make sure that you've got some dumbbells. You're going to want a slightly heavier dumbbell, set of heavier dumbbells, lighter dumbbells, a resistance band, and if you're working out at home in a fully stocked gym, grab yourself a barbell and I will tell you when and where you can use them. But first, we always take a couple of minutes to prep before the workout. So listen, your prep is actually about getting your body prepared for the workout. It's not about getting you warmer. You might be like, I'm nice and warm. But the truth is, the reason we do a prep is so that when we get into the actual dedicated workout, you are activated, your muscles are firing, your range of motion is open, and your joints are warm and lubricated and open. So let's do that. Take your feet separated and let's take a big inhale up. Exhale it out. Give me two more just like that. Take a big inhale up. Stretch out super long. Exhale one more. Really lengthen up to the ceiling. Up, 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 up. And exhale it out. Now, take both of your arms up over your head, but keep them there. Breathe normally. And what I want you to do on go, I want you to actively reach up super, super tall towards the sky and go. Reach up, very active. Hold it. Actively reach, 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 and now relax, catch your breath, and just kind of move around. We're going to do this 2 more times. This is a very specific physical therapy exercise that activates the transverse abdominis. It teaches that abdominal muscle to contract you inward, and this is one of my favorite exercises. Arms up over your head and go. Actively reach out. Make yourself as long as you possibly can. Stretch the space between your ribs and your hips. Length up higher, 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 reach, 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 and relax down, catch your breath. You may notice when you do this, the muscles of your back activate. That's an indication that you're doing this exercise right. You want to make sure that it's very active, that you're lengthening yourself out from toes to fingertips as much as possible. One more time, arms up over your head and go. Reach up super, super tall, super, super long. Feel that abdomen draw in and activate. Really, really long. Stretch, 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 stretch. Breathe however you can and relax. Take your feet separated and let's come into some spinal rotation. Squeeze and activate your glute on the side of the leg that you're turning away from. So your back leg, squeeze your glute. Back leg, squeeze the glute. Let your arms just naturally come around your body. Coming into a good spinal rotation, looking over your shoulder, trying to look over fully back behind you. If you get dizzy, keep your eyes forward. Really squeeze and activate the glutes. This helps to loosen up the pelvis and your spine and also activate your glutes. And you know, I'm all about that. That is why we are the Glutey gang. Welcome back, guys. I missed you last week. Okay, one more and relax. Feet stay separated, toes are forward. Take a look down. Make sure that your feet are really legitimately, truly parallel to each other. Keep them there. Bend your knees, hips are back, and let's go side to side, sitting deeply into just our preparatory stretch on those inner thighs. Start a bit conservative here. Just sitting kind of a little bit, letting those inner thighs wake up, waking up the glutes. And now let's go a hair deeper, sitting more deeply towards that heel. Really sit deeply towards that heel, getting more of a stretch through your inner thigh and getting more activation in your glutes. And let's go deeper yet, bringing your hand all the way down to just sweep across past your toe. Really sit deep into that heel. Sit back, keep your weight sitting backward. That's actually super, super important here. Suck inward through your abdomen so that your tailbone can move back in space, really reaching back so that you keep the pressure over your heels, nothing on your toes. Take a look at your foot position. Make sure that your feet are truly parallel and that your toes haven't wandered outward. Couple more. and relax. Feet come together, and we're going to take a big reach up, step back into a modified lunge. So for the first couple here, I just want you to start gently, like I said, coming into a modified, just a little baby lunge, getting the feet, the knees, and the hips kind of ready. Then we're going to make it bigger by dropping our hands all the way down to the ground, coming into a full lunge, big reach, full lunge, big reach. Move at your own speed here. If you want to go faster, please do. If you need to go a bit slower than me, that's cool too. The point of this exercise is to sit deeply here, drive into your heel here, front heel, so that you're getting a lot of activation in that front glute right there. It also helps to open up the hip right here. So that hip of the leg that's stepping back starts to get a nice active and dynamic stretch in the hip flexor. But also, as you can feel, it starts to bring your heart rate up. Big reach at the top here, big reach. And let's do one more. Last one. And relax. Great. Bring your feet together. Bring your weight onto one leg. Find your balance. Keep this leg from not bracing you here. Find your balance. Soften into that knee. Okay, let your balance settle in. And now I want you to look around your space. Look left to right. Use your hands for balance if you need them. I want you to look left and right. And now look all around. Look up, look left and right, look down, look a little behind you, look every random direction to really fire up your balance, activate all of the muscles of that leg that you're standing on. It feels a little weird, and if anyone were watching you, they would think you were crazy, but it's an incredible exercise. And relax. Same thing on the other side. Feet together, knees soft, find your balance. Keep that knee nice and bent. Find your balance here before you start looking around. Super comfortable, keep that knee bent. And start with left or right. Continue. I want to come creep in on you guys. I want to see how you guys are doing with your balance. Left to right. Use your arms to support you. That's what they're there for. Oh, you guys look amazing. Hi, Christine Hoffman. Hi, Natalie. Look all around. Hi, Lynn. Okay, guys. Granny Franny. Okay, look up and down. Look all around. It's Dr. Seuss hour. I promise this will serve you well forever. Leslie, Aaron, Kathy Connors, hi everybody. Oh, so fun to see all of you guys. You guys listen, this is one of the best exercises you could do every single day. Can't you feel how much it's firing up that leg that you're standing on? That leg's gonna be tired in a moment. That's one of the reasons why we do this. And relax, release it out. Let's take a big inhale up. Hopefully you are prepped by now. Exhale, one more. Grab your dumbbells. We need a couple of heavier dumbbells. First superset, let me demonstrate. We're doing a single leg deadlift with a bent over alternating row, legs and back. Legs, back, and bicep is the theme of today's workout. For this first superset, we're doing legs and back. So grab yourself one heavier dumbbell. Let's grab this one. So grab a set of heavier dumbbells. Grab just one of them. We're going to be starting with single leg deadlift. Let me show you the two exercises we're doing in this superset. You're standing, listen up because I know some of you guys still don't have this right. Single leg deadlift, please listen up. You're standing on your right leg. So if you're mirroring me, you're standing on your right leg, your dumbbell is in your left hand. The dumbbell is in the hand of the side of the leg that's moving. That's a proper single leg deadlift, okay? From here, we're coming into a single leg deadlift. Tap, there's your single leg deadlift. A lot of people are still doing it this way, which can be done, but it's technically not accurate, you guys. You're gonna get a whole lot more by having the dumbbell in the hand of the side of the leg that's moving. Single leg deadlift. Second exercise is a bent over alternating dumbbell row. Alternating dumbbell row, palms stay facing your rib cage, chest stays lifted. 15 reps, you're in charge of counting, not me, because I am not to be trusted. Are you guys ready? Let's go single leg deadlift. Standing on your left leg, dumbbell in your right. Standing on your right leg, dumbbell in your left hand. Here we go. 15 reps, come up, squeeze the glute. So those are really the two big keys to this exercise. Actually, there's one more. Keep the knee bent of the leg that you're standing on, okay? So you should be standing on your right leg. Your right knee should stay bent at the bottom. If it straightens out up here at the top when you squeeze your glute, that's okay. But make sure that when you then come into the movement, you've got a little bit of bend right here. Super important because that is what fires up the hamstring. So 3 keys to remember. Dumbbell is in the hand of the side of the leg that's moving, okay? That's key number 1. Number 2 is to keep that knee bent. And number 3, I now forget. What was number 3? Hold on. What was number 3? I don't even remember what number, there was 3 of them. Oh, I know, squeeze your glute. Right here, squeeze your glute at the top was technically number 2. So squeeze your glute right there at the top so that you're finishing off the move right there, okay? Finishing off your move here at the top, super important. You wanna tuck your pelvis under, squeeze that glute, 15, and then let's go into the other leg. We're gonna do both legs for this set, okay? Go right into that other leg. So now you are standing on your left leg. You're holding your dumbbell in your right hand. Standing on your left leg, dumbbell in your right hand, right leg is moving. Use your opposite arm for balance, making sure that you keep your knee slightly bent of the leg that you're standing on. Now you might see out there in internet world, other people demonstrating this exercise where they bend over a whole lot more. That's actually inaccurate. That's not what you want to do, regardless of your hamstring flexibility. You're bending over only to the degree where your chest is slightly above parallel to the floor. If you get to parallel, that's okay, but you really want to be at parallel to above so that you're keeping the load on the hamstrings and the glutes. This is not a back exercise. This is a glute and hamstring exercise. 15 reps. And then we're going to go right into our alternating bent over dumbbell row. No rest, heavy dumbbells, feet together, knees bent, 45 degrees, and you're going to alternate each side. 15 reps on each arm is a total of 30. So you can count it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4 for 30. Okay. You can also count it 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3. So we're going to do 15 on each side. It's probably just easier to just count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your chest up, hips back. Really squeeze through your upper back at the top here, 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 here. Don't just move those dumbbells. Don't just be doing this, okay? It's a contraction, contraction. Really squeeze the muscles of your upper back, big time on each one of those contractions. As always, keep your shoulders back and down, shoulders back and down. Shoulders back in space so that your chest comes forward, shoulders down towards your hips, away from your ears. And a couple more. We're going to take a short break, 20 to 30 seconds. Keep moving about. Those of you guys that are doing 3 supersets, you don't need to take a rest unless you want to just take a short rest. You're going to go into your second set of supersets. So if you notice, those of you guys that have been here for a while, we're now doing both sides in one set. So it's going to be a little bit bigger workout. That won't be the case for all exercises, but for single leg deadlift, it is. I figure let's start the year off right with some single leg deadlifts. One of the best exercises you can be doing. Okay, how did that superset feel? If it was comfortable, grab yourself some heavier dumbbells. Mine was comfortable. So I'm moving up to my big girl weights. Okay, short little break. We're going to go into our second superset. After this superset, we'll take a short break, and then we're going to go on to our next 2 exercises. You guys ready? Grab one of those heavier dumbbells. And remember, as we started, first leg, you're standing on your right leg, holding your dumbbell in your left hand, standing on your right, dumbbell in your left. Same. Got it? Here we go. 15 reps. Squeeze your glute. Really tuck the pelvis under slightly, depending on your hip structure. Tuck the pelvis under, but more than anything, just make sure that you're fully standing up and squeezing that glute here at the top, okay? There's such a tendency to sort of end here, right? A lot of people would do this. You want to fully end it and squeeze your glute, because remember, guys, listen up. One of the reasons why I'm so passionate about teaching you how to strength train right is because strength training is what fixes your body so that when you're going about the other 23 hours in your day, your body is able to hold itself in space better. Therefore, every exercise should always mimic proper alignment, proper mechanics, and ideal body positioning. And so, unless you want to be walking around like this as a granny, you want to finish out your exercises with that beautiful posture here. Squeeze your glute like bonkers. Got it? Glute gang? Okay, 2 more. And then we're going to do the other leg. Those of you guys that are new to the workout and haven't been here before, normally we would just do one side, go to the next exercise. But today, even though this is what's called a unilateral exercise, we are hitting both sides in each set. Keep your weight heavy onto your heel. Keep your knee slightly bent at the bottom. If you struggle keeping a bend in your knee here at the bottom, that's because your hamstrings are weak. All right. I suffered for that for years and years. It took me a while to get that corrected. Important to keep the knee bent at the bottom so that your hamstring is really activating to support the glute. While this is primarily a glute exercise, there is a lot of hamstring, and there is the whole posterior chain in general. So make sure you keep that knee bent. Super important. One more. Grabbing your other heavy dumbbell and going into those bent over, alternating row. Knees bent, 45 degrees, dumbbells at your knees, chest is up. Here we go. Remember, this is a contract. It's not just a whoo, 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 whoo. This isn't upside down boxing. This is strength training. So really contract, be very mindful in how you're activating your muscles. Mindful. Shoulders reaching down towards your hips. Chest is forward. You can move faster or slower. Just make sure that you're really thinking about contraction. And that contraction is happening around your shoulder blade on the side of the arm that's pulling upward. Here, shoulder blade. Here, shoulder blade. Got it? Neck is nice and long, 30 in total. You should feel this activating around the shoulder blade and down into your bra strap area. Couple more, and short break. Those of you guys doing 3 supersets, get on it. Let me show you while we're resting and while you guys are doing your supersets. Let Let me show you our next two exercises. You're going to need a handled resistance band. Any resistance band is fine, but I do prefer handled. Next exercise, you want a heavier dumbbell again, and you're going to be holding your dumbbell at the center of your body like this against your upper chest. You want to keep this touching in contact with your sternum. Got it? Super important for your goblet squat. Toes are open. Toes are definitely open. Chest is super high. Goblet squat, squeeze the glute. First exercise. Second exercise, you're going to grab your resistance band. You're going to choke up on it, only leaving about 6 inches here. And then you overlap your band 6 inches here. Okay, 6 inches, 6 inches. And from here, knees bent, forward over, back row. So now it's similar to what we just did a moment ago, but we're doing 2 hands at the same time, and it's a resistance band. So it's the same movement pattern, but we're loading your body and your back different. Okay, you guys ready? Grab your heavier weight for your goblet squat, 15 reps. Here, toes open, chest up, drop your hips down, stand up, squeeze your glutes, finish that move, 15. There's 2. Keep your chest lifted. Exhale as you stand. Exhale there or at the top. If you're more advanced and you're using a heavier dumbbell, you might even be holding your breath here. Inhale, hold, exhale. That's if you're more advanced and you're using a heavier weight load. If you're up at 30, 40, 50 pounds here, you might want to hold your breath. Inhale. Okay, otherwise exhale on the stand. Squeeze your glutes at the top, keeping your chest up. Finishing off that move with your beautiful posture. Beautiful posture right there. 15 reps. And let's grab that resistance band for your bent over row. Choke up on your band, 6 inches from your feet. Overlap your band. Make sure, take a moment and make sure you've got equal resistance here, okay? So your handles should come up to the same height on your legs. That's how you know you've got equal resistance. Stand all the way up, knees bent, 45 degrees, and pull. 15, pull. Give me a pause at the top, shoulder blades reaching towards your hips, shoulder blades pulling back towards each other here, reaching your chest out, really bringing those shoulder blades together right there. 15 reps, more or less, depending on your 20% today. Squeeze and contract. Reach those hips back. Adjusting your band if it's too heavy or too easy. Chest stays open. Neck stays nice and long. Keeping a 90-degree angle at your neck. One more short break before we do our second set. Come here, come say hi. Come say hi to everybody. Your fans are here. Your fans are all here waiting for your appearance. Yes, they are. Mr. Buckley had a little scare over the holidays. He ate something he was not supposed to eat and had to spend a night at the vet's office. We were worried for a day or two, but thankfully he bounced back and he is just fine. Dogs eat the strangest things sometimes. Okay, you guys ready? Second set. So how did that first set feel? If it was comfortable, remember, if your first set didn't challenge you by 20%, let's go heavier or move faster or do more reps. Those are the 3 ways you can make your set harder. Heavier weight, move faster, more reps. 20% harder. Let's go. Grab that dumbbell. Toes are open, chest is up. Heavy into your heels. Here we go. Sit nice and deep. So on your goblet squat, you'll be able to see it on my camera from this position. Technically, the ideal positioning at the bottom for a goblet squat here is that your hips are below your knees. I'll pause and show you. Hips below your knees is ideal for your goblet squat, not here. See that? That's more of a deadlift. Your hips, your little booty drops below your knees on your goblet squat. Now, we're also not trying to quote unquote get ass to the grass either. It's not that. See the space from where my booty is to where my legs are? You really only want your glutes just slightly below your knees, just breaking parallel below your knees so that you can still keep your chest lifted. Drive into your heels, squeeze your glutes at the top. 15, one more. And we're gonna go into resisted bent over band row, okay? Bent over band row. Take a moment to really set yourself up for success. Getting your band nice and equal on both sides, same distance from your feet. Starting at the top position, knees bent, bend over and row. Shoulder blades towards each other. Shoulder blades really squeeze all those muscles. So when you get good at this exercise, at the top of the exercise here, if you're in proper positioning, you should feel a contraction all the way from your upper back, all the way to your butt. Upper back into your neck, all the way down to your tailbone. Okay, because we're hitting every single muscle on your back, specifically focusing on the upper back, but because of how you're holding yourself into position here, you're activating the group of muscles called the erector spinae, which is all of the muscles that hold your back into position. So you really should be feeling it all the way down to here, down into these muscles on both sides of your spine, okay? 15 reps, take a break when you are done. Good job, guys. Keep your chest lifted. Beautiful, short little break. Let me show you our next two exercises. We're going down onto the ground. You need a heavier dumbbell, 10, 15, 20 or more. And if you've got circular weight plates, grab yourself a couple of 10 circular weight plates, okay? Or a heavier dumbbell. Let me show you our next two exercises. We are doing glute bridge. If you have an exercise bench at home, you can do a hip thrust, putting your back against your exercise bench. Otherwise, we will be on the ground. Grab yourself a heavier dumbbell. First exercise is glute bridge. Hands along your sides. Bring your heels up to touch your fingertips. Move your feet away. Toes are open. Dumbbell is on your lower hips, pausing at the top with a little bit of a tuck under. Pausing at the top with a little bit of a tuck under. Squeeze your booty here. First exercise. Second exercise, shoulders back and down. Shoulders down like bonkers on this exercise. You're gonna hold your dumbbell end to end like this, and we're overhead. Now, like I said, if you've got an exercise bench at home, like Heidi, you could do both of these exercises from your bench. You're gonna do your hip thrust from your bench, and then you're gonna sit on your bench so that here you've got a little bit more range of motion. For those of you guys that are committed to working out at home in 2021, I've got some surprises coming, you guys. My new home office studio gym is so close, and I'm going to be reviewing with you guys the exercise equipment that I'm going to be buying to furnish my home gym. Those of you guys that are planning to exercise at home for 2021, please consider getting yourself an exercise bench. It's such a great piece of equipment to add to any home gym, and you can generally get them for $100 or less. I know that's an investment. I know that can be a substantial amount of money for a lot of people, but it's worth every penny. Here we go, glute bridge. Squeeze your glutes. Drive into your heels. You got 15 reps. Pausing at the top for a moment, okay? Pause. Really tuck your pelvis under. Drive into your heels. No pressure on your toes. Check your toes. You should be, you'll even notice that I wiggle my toes around a lot. I kind of dance around with my toes. The reason why I do that is to remind me to release tension. Whenever I wiggle and reposition my feet, it's because I'm releasing tension from my toes and I'm putting the effort into the heels. So repositioning throughout your set can be totally normal and very valuable once you start to learn the nuances of how exercises feel for you. So release your toes. All of the pressure is in the heels. Really squeeze your glutes at the top. Then once you're done with your 15, that dumbbell is going straight up over you. Shoulders back and down, especially if you're on an exercise bench. Slight bend in your elbows. Don't lock out your elbows. Okay, it's a nice big arc up over you. Those of you that know me well know this is in my top 5 exercises. If I had to make a list of only 5 exercises that I was going to do for the rest of my life, this would be one of them. This is one of the most powerful, valuable, effective exercises you can be doing, but it does hinge on this notion of making sure that your shoulders here are down, anchoring towards your hips. So you want to really aggressively push your shoulders towards your hips, especially right here, especially when the dumbbell is away from you. Okay, please hear me on this and listen up because this exercise will change your life. When your dumbbell is over your head here, you really want to be sucking your shoulders towards your hips. That's what's going to protect your shoulders. It's going to make you a badass. It's going to make you super strong, and it activates the muscles that we're going for. One more, and we're going to take a short break. Okay, reevaluate. How did those two feel? Can you go a little heavier? And just to pick up where I left off, what I was talking about, as I get closer to furnishing my home gym here, I'll be showing you guys the key pieces of exercise equipment that I'm going to be putting in. One of them is going to be an exercise bench. And I'll tell you right now, for those of you guys that have the space and are able to save up for the budget, please consider investing in an exercise bench if you're planning on exercising at home going forward in the future, okay? If you think at some point you're going to go back to a gym, an exercise bench would be lower on the list. But if you're gonna stay at home, it's one of the best things that you can get for so many different exercises. Okay, you ready? Let's go for set number 2. If that first set was comfortable for you, why don't you grab 2 dumbbells if you don't have a heavier dumbbell, and feet into position. All you gotta do is crisscross your dumbbells into an X, and then just place them low on your hips, right down towards your pubis bone. Knees press out, and here we go. Up, squeeze your glutes. Straight up and squeeze your glutes, okay? So your dumbbells, listen, this might not be super comfortable on your hips or your pelvis here, but if you kind of just wiggle your dumbbells around, you can usually find a position that's comfortable enough to hold them here. Eventually, just like I said with your exercise bench, if you're planning on really committing to a home workout program and keeping your gym at home, the next piece of equipment I would recommend would be a barbell, because this exercise is a lot more comfortable when you have a barbell. So much more comfortable because you can put a pad around the barbell and it just makes it so much more comfortable on your hips and pelvis. But until then, you just got to figure out a way to make this comfortable. Really squeeze your glutes at the top. Keep your knees pressing outward. Really important. Knees pressing outward. 15 reps and relax. Heavier dumbbell straight up over you. Shoulders pressing towards your hips like crazy. Lock your shoulders into that position. When you get to the top, drive through with that dumbbell. You want your dumbbell to end about over your belly button, okay? The action is really about the shoulder girdle, but if you're really depressing downward through, hey, no bark, Buckley, no bark. Hey, oh boy, good luck with that. Hey, no bark. Really drive that dumbbell through, activating through your shoulder blades, right there. Shoulders pressing towards your hips at all times. And right here too, you're really driving that dumbbell over your belly button as if you could just keep following through with the dumbbell. That's the energetics of it. 2 more. And then we're gonna take a short break, moving on to our next superset. We're gonna be standing back up. So listen up, please, everybody listen up who's on the ground. When it comes time to stand back up, you're gonna come over onto hands and knees, tuck your toes, come on to your crouched position, and I want you to get a couple of toe stretches here. Everybody join me for a couple of toe stretches, unless you're doing your 3rd set and you're behind us. A beat, if you're behind me, a beat, just make sure that you do this before you stand up, because we've been down on the ground for a couple of minutes here and I don't want anybody to stand up and get dizzy. So whenever you've been on the ground for a while, and then you're going to stand up, you have to take a transition, and this is a good one. And then let's stand up. You have to lift your knees 10 times religiously. Lift those knees so you don't get dizzy. Please keep lifting those knees, and let me show you the next 2 exercises. We've got, again, legs. We've got, oh, wait a second. Did I mess something up? You guys, hold on. Where's pull over? Okay, never mind. I got ahead of myself. We're going into our 4th superset here. Okay, so our first 3 exercises were legs and back. Now we're doing bicep exercises, legs and biceps, okay? Next superset, let me show you. You need a dumbbell and a resistance band. How do I want to do this? Okay, first exercise, you can do it body weight or with resistance. I will show you both options. Next exercise, the first exercise of the superset is a reverse lunge. Body weight here, alternating your reverse lunge, using your hand on your front leg for support. Option 1. Option 2 is to hold dumbbells here. Alternating reverse lunge, 30 reps in total, 15 on each side. Second exercise, grabbing your resistance band, stepping right into the center, okay? And we are going to go into a hammer curl with our resistance band. A hammer curl, sorry, let me show you from here. Hammer curl is palms stay facing each other and what's called a neutral grip. Hammer curl, chest up, bicep curl. Okay, that is our next superset. Okay, you guys ready? So reverse lunges are either alternating with just your body weight or grab your dumbbells. I will show you both options. Feet together, knees bent. Here we go. Reverse lunge, alternating, 15 on each side, or count out a total of 30. Chest stays up. You're really focusing on driving into your front heel. Drive into that front heel, all right? And if this is comfortable and doable, please grab yourself one dumbbell, could be here. If you just want to add 3 or 5 pounds, you can hold one dumbbell here. And then once that gets comfortable, you're going to grab 2 dumbbells. And my preference is you hold them at your shoulders. You can keep them at your sides if you want, but I actually like and prefer most lower body exercises with the dumbbells at your shoulders. That's really my preference, because what it does is it frees up the way that you move with your hips. So my preference, dumbbells are always above your waist for lower body exercises, but if for some reason it works better for you to have your dumbbells at your sides, it's okay. It's not wrong. There's not a problem. I just find this is a little bit more natural for movement when you've got them at your shoulders. Good job. Hammer curl with a resistance band. Mr. Blue is here making his appearance now. So you can step one foot into your band, depending on your resistance. If your band is not super resistant, you could step on both sides, okay? 2 feet in or 1 foot in, depending on how resistant your band is. So like if you've got a really heavy band, you'll just step 1 foot inside, because that gives you a little bit more band to play with. And if your band is a little easy, you step both feet in, or you even choke up on your band so that you've got even less band between your feet and your hands. Follow me. Whew, that is a workout right there. Oh, mama, 15 reps, okay? Oh, mama, I'm going for it. I need a good workout today, you guys. I barely worked out last week. I mean, I really took the week off between Christmas and New Year's. I desperately needed it, and it was so amazing. Whew, but today I'm definitely needing a big workout. Okay, short break. And then we will be doing a second superset here. 20 to 30 seconds break, or if you don't need the break, keep on moving, go right back to your reverse lunges. Evaluate, how was your first set? How was that first set of reverse lunge? If it was comfortable, I want you to challenge yourself more. Remember, if you don't challenge yourself 20% harder today, you won't get better. That's okay if you're just here for the activity, right? But if your goal is to get stronger, better, fitter, leaner, you've got to be challenging yourself 20%. So on this next set of reverse lunges, what does that mean for you? Does that mean moving faster, doing more reps, or adding more dumbbell? Or if this first set was hard for you and you need to go a little bit easier, then remember, this, using your hand on your front leg, is a great way to get good at this exercise. Let's go. 15 reps on each leg equals a total of 30 reps. Finding the variation in weight load that really works for you. So energetically, in terms of how my body moves, this is my favorite position, holding one dumbbell at my chest. For whatever reason, it just works the best for me. I think it's because there's a bit more of a closed kinetic chain in the upper body because I'm actually pushing inward on my dumbbell. So it creates a bit of an anchor for the upper body. It's a nuance, and really and truly, like, find the variation of this exercise that really works for you. Your focus is on your front heel, driving into that front heel like mad, like crazy, like it's your full-time job. Got it? Such a good exercise. It's going to get your heart rate up. 30 in total. And let's go. Second set, hammer curl with the band. One foot or 2 feet, whatever works for you. Giving yourself the right resistance. Give me a little bit of a pause at the top. Chest is up, shoulders are back. Keeping a slight bend at your knees. Keeping your pelvis in a neutral position. Slight bend at the knees, pelvis in a neutral position. Drawing inward through your abdomen. Chest is up. Guys, I got some weak sauce biceps over here today. What is going on? I'm telling you, move it or you lose it. Don't use it and you lose it. I'm definitely feeling a bit of weakness after taking a week off. Couple more here. Knees soft, neutral spine, and relax at 15, more or less, okay? More or less. You can do more if you want to. You can do 10 if you're newer on your strength training journey or if you're using a really heavy weight. So remember that we've got women in here that are brand new to working out, and I've got some bomb.com super fit women in this group. So remember, you could do 10 repetitions with your own body weight if you're just starting out, and you can do 10 repetitions with a heavy weight load if you're more advanced. So you adjust your reps based on your weight load and your fitness level. Let me show you the last 2 exercises. Okay. You need a set of moderate weight dumbbells, 5, 8, 10, 12. Now let's call it 8, 10, 12, 15 pounds for the second exercise. Okay, grab your moderate weight dumbbell. Let me show you the first two. I'm doing this a little bit differently than I normally do. Let me teach it to you this way. Feet together, knees bent, one dumbbell at your chest, okay? You're going to step out, drop your dumbbell down in front of your shin, come together, same thing on the other side. So in the past, if you've been with me before, we would just do one side on this exercise. So we're gonna do alternating, all right? 15, 15, or 30 in total. That's your first exercise. Second exercise is our second bicep curl. Feet together, knees soft, palms are forward. This is called a supinated grip, and we are going to alternate. Alternating dumbbell supinated curl. There will be a test, so make sure you're learning alternated supinating, the alternating supinated dumbbell curl. You got that? Okay, you guys ready? So grab your heavier dumbbell for your side lunge, feet together to start, knees bent, dumbbell at your chest, and we're taking that side lunge, sitting into it to bring the dumbbell in front of your shin, alternating, okay? Good job. Keep an eye on, if you're on an exercise mat, use your mat to make sure that you're stepping out equidistant, left and right. Just do your best to try and step out equidistant. It's not an easy feat, honestly. And the truth is, because of our flexibility and how we're built, one side is going to move a bit more differently than the other side, and that's normal to some degree, but try to keep it as balanced as you possibly can. Make sure your hips are reaching back, right? So here, hips reach back. In some ways, this is an RDL. Right there, hips are pressing back while your chest stays up. Fabulous glute exercise. Your butt is gonna feel awesome after this, okay? Big glute exercise for the glute gang. 30 in total. And one more each side-ish. And then we're gonna go into that bicep curl. Alternating, supinated, bicep curl. Shoulders back and down, knees are bent, one arm up, one arm down, and switch, switch, switch. Supinated means that your palms stay facing forward, all right? Palms stay facing upward or forward or open, however you want to refer to that. Chest stays up. $15 each side, 30 in total, however you want to count it. Use that breath. Your upper body and your arms are going to look so good tomorrow. Just to repeat, today's workout is legs, back, and biceps. Next week is going to be a different theme. I'm not sure yet. I've got it worked out, but I'm not sure which one I'm going to do next week. So what's going to happen is this is going to start to give you guys a bit more specificity per workout. The reason why I'm doing this is because I learned this year, a lot of you guys are showing up every week, and I want to give you a bit more of a training edge. And so we're going to get more specific each week instead of every week being a bit generalized. All right. So then what happens is it's going to give you a system. So if you go back and watch the recordings, you're going to have a whole system that's a lot more effective per muscle group. Right. So you're going to see after today, your arms are going to feel so good because you got anywhere from 4 to, I can't do the math, 6 sets on your biceps, right? And we did a lot for the legs. We did 5 sets for the legs today, which is huge. Okay, second set, are you ready? How did that first set of alternating side lunge feel? If it was comfortable, grab a heavier weight. If you need to, you can hold 2 dumbbells here. Okay, ideally you would hold 1 heavy dumbbell here at your chest. Knees are soft. Remember, when you step out, push your hips back and count it out. You got a total of 30. Sit nice and deep. And here's 10. So we're a third of the way through. Reach those hips back. Land on your heel. Oh, I feel so good on the glutes. Can you guys feel that? I mean, this is just all glutes for me. Holy moly. And this is about 20. So we have about 10 more, depending on where you are. Hips back, hips back. And about 2 more. And bicep curls. No rest in between. Grab the weight load that's right for you. Feet together, knees soft, palms forward. Listen up, shoulders back and down. One arm turns up. You ready? And switch. Counting it out for a total of 30. 30, chest up, shoulders back. Use your breath. Chest up, shoulders back. Good job, guys. Continue, keep going. I want to spy in on you guys. When I've got this set up, wow, you guys got 46 people here today. Oh, I love having all you guys here. Kashanti, Katrina Hurt. Welcome, welcome, Monica. Guys, Katrina was one of our winners of one of the free coaching calls. And I was just reviewing that earlier today. Katrina, email me so we can set up your coaching call. I don't think it got onto the schedule yet. Sarah, Susan, Suzanne, Kirsten, Terry. Awesome, guys. Okay, good job, guys. Good job. Those of you doing 3 supersets, take your time to finish it out. The rest of us are going to do a little cool down. Let's come into a bit of a rotation. Holy moly, can you feel your glutes? You guys, the glutes are like, wah! Oh my gosh. Holy moly, that was such a good glute workout. So even though today's workout was legs, back, and chest, you know I'm always going to give you an emphasis on your glutes because your glutes are just that important. They're everything. They're everything. Now, there will be some workouts that are glute specific, all right? So one of the rotations, I believe, is glutes, chest, and triceps, whereas today was legs, back, and biceps. So we're just gonna get a bit more specific. I'm learning that you guys are advanced. You guys are educated. You guys are serious about your strength workouts. And so even though these workouts are free, I wanna make sure that I'm really delivering something awesome for you guys so that you can get better. Feet together, knees bent. If you need to use something for balance, please do. Back foot behind you, kick it up, grab your toe or the heel of your shoe or your pant leg. Or if you need to grab a strap or a belt and wrap it around, you can do that too. So like I said, use something for balance here if you need to. Once you settle in, I want you to tuck your pelvis under. Tuck your pelvis under, okay? And then pull your knee back in space. Tuck your pelvis under, pull your knee, hold on, let me get settled here. Pull your knee back in space. Hold for that great quad stretch. It's really important on this quad stretch that this front knee is in alignment with your standing knee or behind, but you also have to tuck your pelvis under, okay? Relax, same thing on the other side. Get yourself in a position first tuck your pelvis under, then pull your knee back for a really good quad stretch. We are going to stick around for our mini walking lunge workshop. As usual, if you're new to today's workout, I will explain, but at the end of the workout, we've been doing a walking lunge body weight, muscular endurance based walking lunge workshop. And relax, take a big inhale up. Those of you that aren't sticking around for the workout, I can't wait to see you next week. Make sure you invite your friends. I want to grow this community loud and proud. Please invite your friends. We've got a whole new workout next week. It will be a different theme. I'm so excited. I will see you then. Those of you guys that are sticking around, let's do our walking lunge workshop. If you're new, we are doing body weight only walking lunges to help improve your body mechanics, your strength and endurance, your flexibility. And the reason for that is walking lunges are a fantastic mimicry of how we move in our daily life. Okay. So when you're walking around in life, not that anybody walks this way, but that is an exaggeration of how we walk. Walking lunges reinforce the mechanics of an ambulatory upright human being. That's why we do walking lunges. So body weight only. If you're new, you're going to start with 20 steps. Take a rest, second set. We're going to do 2 sets today. If you've been here before, you're going to add 10 reps to where you were last week. Or you can always maintain. If you've been with me for a while, you know I've been maintaining for a while. So 20, you're going to do 10 steps more this week than last week, or just maintain and stick with where you've been. All right. So give yourself some space. You're going to start with your feet together. You're counting out each step as 1 rep, starting with 20 and working your way up over time. Feet together, knees soft. Here we go. Stepping out, that's 1 step together. Here's other leg, 2 step together, alternating each step, stepping together. And for some of the time, I will be off camera. Please continue. I see some comments coming in, so I just want to check on these comments. Please continue your walking lunges, guys, and I'll be with you in a moment. Ah, you're so welcome, Kathy. Christina, you're so welcome. Oh, good. So good to have all of you guys. Okay, walking lunges. So front leg is in charge, driving into that front heel. This is all about the front leg. Okay. Then once you've got this down, once you've got your technique, you're going to add to it by tucking your pelvis and squeezing your glute on the side of your hip that has just stepped forward. So if you step forward on your left, you're going to squeeze your left glute. Step forward on your right, squeeze your right glute. Step forward on your left, squeeze your left. Right foot, squeeze your right glute. Left foot, squeeze your left glute. Right foot, squeeze your right glute. Got it? Always driving into that heel. After you've hit your number of reps, take a short rest, and then we will do a second set. I'd love to hear from you when you take your rest. Please tell me how many walking lunges you're doing. Please tell me if you were a good girl and did your walking lunges last week. I actually did do my walking lunges. That was something I pretty much do all the time. Amber Gaines, thank you. She says, Happy New Year, Glutey Gang from Amber. Good job, guys. So when you take your break, please share with me, how many steps are you currently doing? Okay, I just like to keep a track on where you guys are, because I know some people are new to this and just starting. Some people are upwards of 180, 202 or more steps. The name of the game over time is to build up your ability to do more steps. And you may have ebbs and flows. You might have a month where you're increasing every week, and then you might have a month where you just maintain. That is all good. Within the ebbs and flows of your energy and your consistency over time, we want you to be taking more steps. So when you take your first set break, please let me know how many steps are you doing, and then we're going to do a second set. And just remember, 15 steps is impressive. So even if you're at 20 or 30 steps right now, that is still really, really amazing. There are a lot of people in the world that cannot even do one set of walking lunges. This is not an easy exercise. So for those of you guys that are up at 40, 50, 60, that's real impressive, just so you know. Really impressive. You are in the top third. I don't even get my percentiles right. You're in the top 3% of people. If you can do 40, 50, 60 walking lunges, you are the creme de la creme, my friend. Okay, you ready? Second set, let me know where you guys are. I'm going in for my second set. I don't know what we're doing today here, but let's see how this goes. Make sure you're really activating and squeezing into that glute when you step together. And as I said in earlier in the workout today, I said, you know, if I had to pick the top 5 exercises, if I could only do them for the rest of my life, you know, like my top 5 of all time, if I was stranded on a desert island, you know, walking lunges would be one of them. That might be an upcoming blog post, so stay tuned. Also, guys, I have a big announcement coming imminently. We've got one more Holidays of December free giveaway coming up imminently. So please keep an eye on your email inbox, because I've got a really fun gift that I'm going to send to you guys. An event, a special event that's coming up next week that is free, that I hope to see all of you there and your friends and family and loved ones. That will be going out either today or tomorrow. And tomorrow you will receive an email from me with a recap from today's workout, providing you with the link to this recording. Okay, here's 32. I'm going to do 40 today. So I got 8 more. And there's 40. Keep on going if you're doing more than 40. High five those of you guys that are doing 20, 30, 40, wherever you are. If you're with me, high five. So proud of you. Good job, good job. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Crystal Lindsay, doing about 25 today. I completely vegged last week, so I need to get back to my usual. Crystal, I totally hear you. And that was a really wise decision. So guys, when you get off track, you do want to take some time to give yourself a chance to get back on track. So if you took any time off, or if you're just a little off track over the holidays, you do want to ease back into it. So Crystal, good job. You listen to your body. Like I said, you want to be working 20% harder today. So whatever that means for today is what that means. I only did, what did I do? 40 today, because that was feeling right for my body today. 40 today for me was 20% harder than where I am today, mostly because I didn't really do any dedicated exercise last week. I was active. I did some walking lunges. I did some things here and there, but I didn't do any proper working out. So Crystal, good job. Kathy Connors, 2 sets of 30. Woohoo! Can't seem to do more. That's okay. Did 1 set of 40 during the week. Good job. Great job. Anne Marie, I did keep up with my exercises this week and walking lunges. Only did 2 sets of 50 today. Only did 2 sets of 50, which cracks me up, you guys. It's like, I love how you guys are, I mean, you guys are pros. You guys are really advanced. For those of you that say, oh, I only did 50 or 60, 50 or 60 is still really impressive. Really, really, really good job, Anne-Marie. So glad. Leela, 2 sets of 60. Good job. Good job. Good job. Natalie, you are so welcome. So glad you're here. I missed you guys. Lori, Happy New Year. Sarah, Great way to start 2021. I totally agree. Sarah did 2 sets of 30. Good job. Good job. Linda Landry, have a great day. Leslie, 2 sets of 30. Okay, so it almost sounds like Annie, 2 sets of 70. Good job, Annie. Yana, 2 sets of 32. Good job, guys. So it kind of sounds like we're all in the same place. We're all just a little bit, our numbers are down a little bit. Robin Stevens coming in with 100 today. Good job, guys. So happy for you. So my point is to say, it doesn't really even matter what the numbers are. The reason why I want you to share your numbers with me is so I can keep track on you guys and just so I know where everybody is. Because if you guys are reporting that you're all doing 20, or if you guys are reporting you're all doing 200, that's different feedback for me so that I know how to keep you challenged, give you new information, structure the workouts. So thank you for sharing your numbers with me. Jane, 2 sets of 40. Good job. High five, guys. So proud of you guys. Okay, guys, Happy New Year. I'm so grateful for you. As you know, I love having you here as my workout gang. We will be here next week with another new workout. It's got a new theme. So you're going to see just an improved benefit to all of your workouts. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them now. Let me know. Or if for some reason you want to talk, feel free to unmute yourself and let me know. Yep, Natalie, I'm here for you. Any questions, guys? Natalie, if you want to unmute yourself, feel free if you feel like actually chatting.
Hey.
And yeah, hi, perfect.
Hi, how are you? Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, friends.
How are you?
Good.
Great workout, trying to get back in it. Look, so here's my quick question. I'm generally working on my form with everything. Because like you always say, form is everything. Form trumps everything, right? What I find myself doing in exercises, I don't know if anybody else is doing this, but I'm almost like, glutes tight, shoulders back, whatever we're doing. And I find myself almost stiff as a board. Like I'm very stiff. And I wanted to know if that's normal or should I be, I know it's a silly question, but I'm trying so hard to keep my form right that I'm like this. I'm like, yeah, I feel like a petrified,
Got it.
Can you just give me a little bit of idea
Yes.
of what you should feel like when you're lifting and doing this stuff?
Yes. So the proper word is rigid. You actually should feel rigid. When we're strength training, this isn't dance. This isn't yoga. So when we're strength training and you're performing any exercise, there's an element of rigidity that we want, right?
Okay.
Other experts will call it bracing. You want to be braced. You want to be compressed. You actually want to feel a bit robotic, believe it or not. So whatever the exercise is, I'm a bit fluid in these workouts, but when I get my home gym, I'm going to be starting to offer you guys new strength training workshops and such, where I'm going to break it down a little bit more. But the truth is, when you're really properly strength training, there is a bit of a rigidity. And so, I forget the word that you used, not flexible, or what was the word you used?
I feel like I'm almost petrified. I'm so still that everything, like my glutes, on the glutes, I know I don't feel bad about my glutes, but I'm almost shaking. I'm almost trembling. Yes. I'm so still.
That's accurate. So what I want you to do, that's actually accurate. But what I want you to do is I also want you to think of it this way. There's a relaxed rigidity. So there is a rigidity to it, but I don't want your whole body like scared. You know what I mean? Like if you're walking down a dark street at 1 a.m. and someone came up behind you and you're scared, I don't want you to be that kind of rigid. There's a relaxed rigidity about it, right? You're keeping all of your joints in place. Okay. You're braced, you're compact, right? There's a roboticness to it and there's a definitiveness to it, but you're also relaxed. Okay. And it is an art, strength training really is an art, you guys. And that's why this is what I teach, because of these nuances. So what you demonstrated when you were talking about your stiffness, you actually look really good. The way you're performing, what you demonstrated looks appropriate. And see if you can bring a bit of like I said, a rigidity, a relaxed rigidity, a focus, a specificity, a bracing, right? That isn't loosey-goosey, dancy flowing, because that's not what we're doing here. And I'm not saying that there isn't a time and place for that, but with strength training, it is about getting your joints in the right position. So I talk about it a lot with shoulders back and down, like aggressively keep those shoulders back and down aggressively.
Yeah.
And like the more aggressive you are with it, you'll start to learn this relaxed rigidity. So you can see how I'm kind of rigid here, but there still is an element, like it's not stressful. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
There's some fluidity to the way you're moving your arms. It's just that when you're holding your glutes and you're focused so much on form, if you're not careful, you can get a little stiff.
Correct.
And it starts to not feel good. It starts to not feel right. And that's the problem. Anyway, thank you.
If you're doing an exercise for your glutes and you find that, take a moment and relax your neck and shoulders, right? Release the tension you don't need, but keep the focus on the muscle group that we're focused on.
Awesome. Thank you.
Really good question. You always have such great questions. So thank you.
Thanks.
So good. Okay, hold on one sec, because I saw some other hands go up. Give me 1 second, guys, to get into the right place, because I'm all kinds of lost here. Oh, wait, I need to go to participants, and then I got to get rid of chat. There we go. There we go. Okay. Debbie, do you want to unmute yourself? One Debbie, you raised your hand. And if you didn't mean to raise your hand, that's okay too. But if you did, there you go. Yep, hi. Debbie, are you there? Oh, you're frozen. Okay, so if you can hear me, Deb, you're unmuted so we can hear you, but we've got either a delay or a pause or a freeze in your, there we go, try again. Hi. Okay, so for some reason, Debbie, our connection is not good and you're dropping out. Why don't you type your question into the chat box? I'm going to hang out and see if you're able to do that. If you can hear me okay, Debbie, just type your question into the chat box.
Oh, can you hear me now?
There. Yes, I can hear you. Yeah. Fabulous.
Sorry, oh, no.
All good. We got you now.
Okay. Yeah, my internet is a little bit weird, but I'd rather ask because it'll take too long to type. Because of some construction done here and then the holidays, I've not been devoted to my usual strength training. And I ended my 3 months of the glute training, the ultimate. So I said, okay, I'll start with activate and just, kind of work my way back in. And today was great. I really didn't think I could get through this, but it was great. I was good. But that activate, I feel like the prone leg lift, I got pain through here. And I cannot help but feel it came from that movement. Or when I do that movement, it's just, I had to stop.
Okay.
Does that, am I doing something wrong, or it just was out of shape for the
Well, let me ask you this. When you say pain,
what
is it that?
It's more like a strained muscle, not like, oh, no.
Okay.
It's more like strained muscle, but when I'm standing, doing kitchen stuff, cooking and
Okay, Debbie, I lost you again. Okay, I lost you again. So I'm going to try and answer for you. Even though I know you were going to add a little bit more quality to your explanation, I'm going to try and answer it for you. So if what you're describing is that you feel a muscle strain while you're doing that exercise, that's okay, provided that straining or that sensation that you're describing goes away when you're done doing the exercise. So if what you're feeling when you do the prone leg lift, and then for 2 days later, if you're feeling muscle strain, that tells me your glutes are really, really, really weak, and we just need you to do a little bit less of it, fewer reps, maybe only once or twice per week, and do it very, very gently. But if what you're describing is a strain that you feel during the exercise and then it goes away, that's okay. That's actually part of the exercise. So it really depends on, are you feeling strain for several days after, or is it just that you're feeling it during the exercise? So part of why that exercise is so valuable is because it does strengthen the erector spinae, the muscles that, some of the muscles that are in charge of our spinal alignment and our posture. And that exercise actually does strengthen those muscles. And so if when you're feeling it during the exercise, I'm cool with that. If it's bothering you for days after, I want you to just do that exercise a little more gently, fewer reps, fewer frequency during the week, and also make sure that you're keeping your head in alignment and that you're not lifting your head upward, because some of it could be because your back is trying to hold up this big, huge bowling ball. So Debbie, let me know if that doesn't answer your question. Feel free to send me an email. Okay, guys, we are going to wrap up. Happy 2021. I'm so glad that you guys are here. So fun to have you. Enjoy your weekend. Stay tuned this week because there's some good emails coming out. We've got a special event coming up and I hope you guys will be there. It's going to be really, really good. Okay, until then, I will see you next time. Have a great day.